What is good, you absolute legends? It's ATC here, and today we're trying something we've never tried before. I'm going to go magnet fishing. I've always wanted to try it, so I picked up this kit for 50 bucks on Amazon. It's a nice kit. It's got a 300-pound magnet in it. It's got a pair of nitro-coated gloves and a nice rope with 2 carabiners on it. It comes packed in this nice Pelican-style case with foam around it to keep the magnet from interfering with things, which I think is complete overkill. I mean, how powerful can this thing be, right? Let me take a look. Gotta go. Roll the intro. Alright, so all joking aside, there's the kit there. There's the magnet, fits right in the palm of my hand. We got a 25 kilogram weight here, which for you US folks, that's about 55 pounds. Picks that up, absolutely no problem. So we should be able to find some stuff in the creek with it. Let's head out. Guys, so a bit of a cool day, kind of breezy. Threw on the shorts and the Crocs because I guaranteed I'm going to get this magnet stuck at some point today and have to go in after. There's a popular fishing spot. We're on a little bit of a dam here, and this channel here leads out to the lake, but a lot of people like to swing past here and go fishing, so we're kind of after lures or whatever someone may have lost here. So without further ado, we're going to give this magnet its first toss, and my first toss ever. I'll see if I can snag it on the way in. Alright guys, spot one, kind of a bust. A lot of muck, a lot of seaweed, and one metal spike, really sharp. I should be wearing those gloves, but I find it really hard to toss with the nitrile on the palms. So I'm going to have to get a different kind of glove for next time I go magnet fishing, but we'll keep an eye out, be really careful. This is a pretty rural spot anyway, and I'm pretty surprised actually that there's very little litter here, which is not looking good for our fishing challenge, but we'll move to another spot and see how it goes. Alright guys, location number 2. We're on the side of yet another rural bridge. One thing I'm a little leery of is this metal guardrail and getting my magnet stuck, but at least it's round, so I'll be able to get it off. I do have that screwdriver back in the car, but I'm going to swing you guys over so you can see down into the river. It's running pretty good. We've had lots of flooding and stuff, and we'll see what's washed down, if anything. Let's give her a shot. Alright, so that location was a big nothing burger. I did get my magnet stuck for the first time, but I was able to get it unstuck, which is awesome. One thing I have noticed, my magnet is working well because I'm picking up a lot of ironstone. Unfortunately, this is near my residence. It's not up at my gold camp, so we're not in a gold bearing area. But at least we know the magnet's hitting bottom and picking up all that magnetic ironstone, which is awesome. So, on to the next location. Alright, so we've had no luck with the magnet fishing for the most part. And we haven't found anything for fishing, but I'm driving down the road. We're getting closer to town here. And I do see some litter on the side of the road. We see a bottle there. I'm going to grab that. We're going to see if we can get the makings of a hand line. Just give me a second. We'll grab that now. Alright guys, so we're at our final spot for magnet fishing. And we're getting really close to town. You can probably hear the traffic rolling up and down over top of the bridge. We will be throwing the magnet in behind you guys into the water. But before that, I wanted to look around here for some fishing trash. Because the townsfolk come out here, they do some fishing and they have campfires and they leave a lot of trash behind. So we did find that alongside the road earlier. I showed you guys. That's an old Gatorade bottle with a cap. That's going to make a hand line if we can get it going. And of course, we've got our Miller Lite cannons here. And there's a big old snag with a bobber here. It's got two split shots and a hook on it. So I really wanted to find at least the split shots magnet fishing, but so far no luck. But we'll go with what we got. We're going to cast the magnet a couple times, see if we can find anything, and then we're going to move on down the road and see if we can get a fish in the old fishing hole. Guys, so cast number one. We got some ironstone. Got whatever the heck this massive spike is. We'll be bringing that out with us if I pick it up out of the water after I just dropped it. Then another smaller spike there. And we managed to tangle ourselves in some fishing line. I don't know if there's anything on the other end of this, but we'll find out together. And we've got a fish hook. So I guess while it didn't stick to the magnet, I did technically find a fish hook magnet fishing. So we'll take a couple more casts and see how we make out. Well, alright gang, I don't know if you can hear me, you're pretty far away, but we have managed to snag ourselves for the first time. What I'm going to have to do is walk down here along the shore and around the corner where the rapids are. I'm going to pull it up and we're going to see what we're snagged on here. Snagged pretty good. I've reefed it. I do have a couple on with me. Thanks to Rose from Rose Knows Treasure for recommending a couple on, but I've got nothing to attach it here out here. So we're going to have to wade in and see what we've got. Alright guys, well you can see the water's running pretty fast. I've managed to wade down the bank. I've gotten this far. I've set the camera up, but we are still absolutely stuck. So I'm going to have to go in. Hopefully the water's not too high. And we're going to see what treasure we got. Do we have a safe? Did we get a gun? Who knows? It was stuck around the inner tube for the tire, and this was wedged in the rocks. But there we go. Alright guys, we were able to flip a couple rocks over and find a night crawler. So we've got that on the hook. I've rigged these two split shots here and the bobber we found to make somewhat of a hand rig. Only problem I see is this water's moving really fast. As you can see, it's flooded across. You can barely make out, but that guy's dock is almost underneath the water. The water's super high, so I don't know if there's going to be anything around. Normally this would be a non-issue, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. We've got our hand line. The idea is to toss this out and let it drift. Maybe as it gets closer to the shore and into the weeds, something will grab it, even if it's a rock bass, catfish, anything, whatever. Just a whitefish, but she counts. Awesome. We did it. Well, here we are, folks. It's the next day. I decided to stop at the local watering hole on the way home for some wobbly pops and chicken wings. It was a great day out. My first time ever magnet fishing. What did I think of it? It was enjoyable. I enjoyed it. Finding a lot of junk, taking a lot of junk out of the river, hooks, spikes, things like that. I think it'd be more fun in a populated area, which is what I'm going to try next time. But we did find that fish hook. We managed to complete that fishing challenge. I really enjoyed that. When I was growing up, my family had a cottage and there was a creek, and I spent hours at the creek doing stuff like that. Super fun. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers, and we'll catch you on the next adventure. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out these absolute legends. And a huge thanks to our legendary channel members. Thanks so much, guys. All of our channel members get entries towards the Big Nugget Draw.